After you have a couple or even thousands of ancestors in FamilySearch, the fastest way to find new ancestors is using record hints. In this video, I'll show you where to find record hints and how to review them. I'm going to review record hints for George Wagner. FamilySearch lists him as my Anna Katharina's father. Another researcher has attached a christening record for Anna Katharina, which I found in George's chronological list of attached sources. I'm going to use this record to prepare myself to review other record hints for George. Anna Katharina Wagner was christened in 1687 in Keppenbach, Germany. Parents were George Wagner and Barbara Haas. These are common names in Germany, but I now know that my George Wagner was in Keppenbach, Germany in 1687 with Barbara Haas. I can now use these facts to compare to other facts that I'll see on record hints for George. And I can be confident in my facts because they came from an historical source. Now that I've verified a name, date, location, and relationship for George, I'm ready to review record hints for him. On the record vetting page, facts from the record hint appear on the left. Information from Family Tree is on the right. When you are deciding whether or not to accept a record hint and attach the record to your ancestor's profile, you're looking for a couple of things. You want at least 3 or 4 matching facts. These are things like names, dates, places, relationships. But you also are looking for conflicting facts. A mismatch in names between the record and family tree. A date that is way off or falls outside of a person's lifetime. A location that is nowhere near where your ancestor lived. Or the birth of a child before parents hit puberty. These are all good reasons to reject a record hint. Minor discrepancies in spelling or estimated dates versus actual dates are to be expected. If you're having a hard time telling if a particular record is for your ancestor or not, set it aside. Often when you reviewed all the records for a family, you'll be able to tell whether or not that record is for your ancestor. Or you can just leave it for somebody else to review. Usually there are more details on the record than are showing in the vetting screen. If you scroll up to the top and click on Record, it'll give you some added detail that may help you make a decision. Jacob Wagner was christened 11 October 1693 in Keppenbach. I have several facts on this record that match with documented facts that I know about my George. George's first and last name match. George's wife Barbara matches. The date of the record fits in a logical chronology in the family profile. And the location matches. Nothing in the record conflicts. So I can confidently attach this record to George Wagner and his wife, Barbara Haas, and add Jacob as a son in their family. Then I'll attach the record to Jacob as well. Since reviewing record hints can be done in quick bursts, I'm going to show you how to do it on the app, so you can be productive anytime you find yourself with 5 minutes and a phone. We can access the same information on the app as we saw on the website. Vitals and details, wives and children under spouses, and historical records under sources, where we can see that same christening record for Anna Katharina. To find the record hints, tap the record hint icon at the top. Let's take a look at the second one down. George Wagner and wife Barbara had a son, Esau Wagner, christened 11 October 1693 in Keppenbach. The names, place, and relationships match facts we've documented for George. But that's the same year that Jacob was born, so let's take a quick peek at Jacob's christening record again. Esau was christened the same day that Jacob was. I think we can safely assume these boys were twins. Which means we have just found another child missing from the family profile. Back on the record hint page, I'm going to tap Compare. This brings up the vetting page, which should look a little bit familiar. Facts from the record are on the left. Information from Family Tree is on the right. Just like the website, we compare the facts from the record hint to the documented facts in Family Tree. George's name and sex matches, Barbara's name matches, and we've already determined that Esau fits in the family as Jacob's twin. So we can scroll down to the bottom and hit Yes, Attach, and attach this record to George in Family Tree. Since I only wanted to show you how to review record hints in the app, I'll create a profile for Esau and attach the record to Esau and Barbara off camera. Reviewing record hints is the fastest and easiest way to discover new relatives. On the website, record hints are indicated in blue on the landscape pedigree, on the fan chart with research helps turned on, and on a profile page. In the app, it's the same. Blue, blue, blue. Let's review what we've learned. If at all possible, verify a name, date, location, and relationship by reviewing one of the historical records attached in a person's sources before reviewing record hints for them. Use these general guidelines when deciding whether or not to accept or reject a record hint. Look for at least 3 matching facts and no major conflicts in order to accept a record. If you're having a hard time telling if a particular record is for your ancestor or not, set it aside. Often when you reviewed all the records for a family, you'll be able to tell whether or not that record is for your ancestor. Access more details on a record hint by clicking on Record at the top of the vetting screen. Compare the facts from a record hint to documented facts in a person's profile, line by line. Facts from the record are on the left. Information from Family Tree is on the right. Now that you know how to review record hints and where to find them, you're prepared to review them on your own. I wish you luck in finding new relatives to add to your own tree.